That's your boy.
Trooper Kapiyar, Banya Howda, Banya Shala.
Trooper Kapiyar, Banya Howda, Banya Shala.
Yahbashim Yashabakta.
Yahabashim Yal Shabrakta. Come on. What you waiting on? You know what to do. Oh, do we need to undo the scroll, sir? Yeah. Can you give it to him, though?
Laya Shala.
Laya Shala. There we go. Over your right shoulder. So take out your arms top. There you go. All right. Sounds like war. Okay. All right, Amadyam, Sar, Wapanya Hakwadam. We're going to start with the Lord's Prayer in the Lashawan Kodash and then translate to the English. Abanawa, Shabashamayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakwaka, Thaba'ah, Ratazayaka, Hayah, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Hayah, Bashamayim, Thalanawa, Lakam, Kal, Yawam, what's a lock now? Kabawath now, Kasalak now, Kabawat you now, Wala Tabiya now, Banasaya one, above, Habashai now, Mayan, right, Hayah, Laka, Hamalakwa, Wa'ala, Wataparath, I will love you, Aman. Now we're going to do the Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day, our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. All right. Next up is the power prayer. Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Baba Kusha, Lathalanawa, Haka, Lara Pa'a, Kau Makala, Wakal Madawa, Haka, Latahar, Hamatazarayim, Haka, Lahakwiyam, Hamathium, Haka, Al-Rakawa, Hatama Allah, Lagarashan, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, the water, Aman. Now we're going to do the power prayer in English. Lord, in the name of Yahweh Shai, please give us the power. The power to heal all manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the lepers. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shai. The water. So be it. Oh man, my bad. I don't know why I want to say the water so bad. Oh, all right. Thank you. Barakatah Yahweh. Wa Yahweh Shai. Wamayaka Allah. Wa Alahayim. Matazab Ya'ah. Alawap Yahana.
Ha-alawapium.
Ha-alawapium.
Ha-saranyum.
Ha-saranyum.
Ha-kwatazayanyum.
Ha-kwatazayanyum.
Ha-kal-yayalyum.
Ha-kal-yaoyum.
Wa-ha-akwathyum.
Ha-akwathyum.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'asham.
Ba'ashem.
Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai.
The water.
The water.
Aman.
Amen. Now we're going to do the blessings prayer in the English. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahweh Shai.
And Yahweh Shai.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angels.
And the angels.
Commanding General Yohana.
Commanding General Yohana.
The generals.
The generals.
The captains.
The captains.
The officers.
The officers.
The troopers.
The troopers.
And the sisters.
And the sisters.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it. Next prayer is Psalm chapter 121. Asha.
Asha.
Ayanya.
Ayanya.
Al-Haharium.
Al-Haharium.
Ma'ayan.
Ma'ayan.
Yaba'a.
Yaba'a.
Isaiah.
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 Ma'aim.
Ma'aim.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Shamayam.
Shamayam.
Wa'arataza.
Wa'arataza.
Al-Yathan.
Al-Yathan.
Lamawat.
Lamawat.
Regalka.
Regalka.
Al-Yanawam.
Al-Yanawam.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Hana.
Hana.
La'a.
La'a.
Yanawam.
Yanawam.
Wala'a.
Wala'a.
Yayashan.
Yayashan.
Shawamar.
Shawamar.
Yasharala.
Yasharala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Tazalka.
Tazalka.
Al-Yad.
Al-Yad.
Yamyanka.
Yamyanka.
Yawamam.
Yawamam.
Hashamash.
Hashamash.
La'a.
La'a.
Yakaka.
Yakaka.
Wayarach.
Wayarak.
Balayala.
Wayayala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamarka.
Yashamarka.
Makalrai.
Makalrai.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Athnapashka.
Athnapashka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Taza'athka.
Taza'atka.
Wabat wa'aka.
Wa'atka.
Mayatha.
Mayatha.
Wa'aid.
Wa'aid.
Iwalam.
Iwalam. I was going to read the Hebrew. Now you're going to do the Psalms 121 in the English. I will lift up my eyes.
I will lift up my eyes
unto the hills.
unto the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from Yahweh.
My help cometh from Yahweh,
which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee.
He that keepeth thee
will not slumber.
will not slumber.
Behold.
Behold.
He that keepeth Yasharala.
He that keepeth Yasharala
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee.
Yahweh shall preserve thee
from all evil.
From all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out.
And thy coming in.
And thy coming in.
From this time forth.
From this time forth.
And even forevermore.
And even forevermore. Next up, Psalm chapter 83. Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Al-Damayah Lakah.
Al-Damayah Lakah.
Al-Thacharash.
Al-Thacharash.
Wa al-Thashakwat.
Wa al-Thashakwat.
Al. Kaya.
Kaya.
Hana.
Hana.
Awayab Yaka.
Awayab Yaka.
Yahama.
Yahama.
Yawan.
Yawan.
Ra'ash.
Ra'ash.
Al-Aimaka.
Al-Aimaka.
Ya'ira Yamwa.
Ya'ira Ramwa.
Sawada.
Sawada.
Wayatha.
Wayatha.
Ya'ai Tazawa.
Ya'ai Tazawa.
Al-Tazapawanyaka.
Al-Tazapawanyaka.
Amarwa.
Amarwa.
Lakawa.
Lakawa.
Wanakach Yadam.
Wanakath Yadam.
Magalia.
Magalia.
Wala'a.
Walala.
Yazakar.
Yazakar.
Sham Yasha'ala.
Sham Yashala.
Iwada.
Iwada.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Nawa'ai Tazawa.
Nawa'ai Tazawa.
Laba.
Laba.
Yakhadwa.
Yakadwa.
Al-Yaka.
Adika.
Baryath.
Maryat.
Yakarathwa.
Yakarathwa.
Ahalya.
Ahalya.
Adawam.
Adawam.
Wa Yashamayala.
Wa Yashamayala.
Yam Mawa'aba.
Wamawa'aba.
Wa Hagariam.
Wa Hagariam.
Gabal.
Gabal.
Wa Imawan.
Wa Imawan.
Wa Imalak.
Wa Imalak.
Palashat.
Palashat.
I'm Yeshabya.
I'm Yeshabya.
Tazawar.
Tazawar.
Gam Ashawar.
Gam Ashawar.
Nalawa.
Nalawa.
Imam.
Imam.
Hayawa.
Hayawa.
Zarawai.
Zarawai.
Labanya,
Labanya,
Lawat,
Lawat,
Salah,
Salah,
Aisha,
Aisha,
Laham,
Laham,
Kamadyan,
Kamadyan,
Kasaya Sara'ah,
Kasaya Sara'ah,
Kayabyan,
Kayabyan,
Banakal,
Banachal,
Kwayashwan,
Kwayashwan,
Nashamadwa,
Nashamadwa,
Ba'ayan Dara'ah,
Bayaan Dara'ah,
Hayawa,
Hayawa,
Daman,
Daman,
La'adama,
La'adama,
Shayathamwa,
Shayathamwa,
Nada,
Nada,
Yabmawa,
Yabmawa,
Kairab,
Kairab,
Wakaza Abba,
Wakazaabwa,
Wakazabak,
Wakazabak,
Wakatazalmanai,
Wakatazalmanai,
Kal Nasaya Kamwa,
Kal Nasanakamwa,
Ashar,
Ashar,
Amarwa,
Amarwa,
Naya Rasha,
Naya Rasha,
Lanawa,
Lanawa,
Na'awa,
Na'awa,
Alahayam,
Alahayam,
Alahaya,
Alahaya,
Shayathamwa,
Shayathamwa,
Kagalgala,
Kagalgala,
Kakwash,
Kakwash,
Lapanya,
Lapanya,
Rawaka,
Rawakwa,
Ka'ash,
Ka'ash,
Taba'ira,
Tabaira,
Ya'ira,
Ya'ira,
Wakalahaba,
Wakalahaba,
Thalahat,
Talahat,
Harayam,
Harayam,
Kantharadakma,
Kantharadakma,
Basairaka,
Basairaka,
Wabasa,
Wabasa,
Wapathka,
Wapathka,
Tabahalam,
Tabahalam,
Mala'a,
Mala'a,
Panyaham,
Panyaham,
Kwalawan,
Kwalawan,
Wayabakwashwa,
Wayabakwashwa,
Shimka,
Shimka,
Yahawa,
Yahweh,
Yabashwa,
Yabashwa,
Wayabahalwa,
Wayabahalwa,
Ayaid,
Al-Ya'ai,
Wayakaparwa,
Wayakaparwa,
Wayabadwa,
Wayabadwa,
Wayadaiwa,
Wayawadaidwa,
Kaya Atha,
Hayata,
Shimka,
Shimka,
Yahawa,
Yahweh,
Labadka,
Labadka,
Al-Yawan,
Al-Yawan,
Al-Kalha,
Al-Kaha,
Arataza.
Arataza. Psalms 83 in English. Keep not thou silence, O God.
Keep not thou silence, O God.
Hold not thou peace.
Hold not thy peace,
And be not still, O God.
and be not still, O God.
For lo,
For lo,
thine enemies make a tumult.
thine enemies make a tumult,
And they that hate thee
and they that hate thee
have lifted up the head.
have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel
They have taken crafty counsel
against thy people.
against thy people,
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
and consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have said,
They have said,
Come,
Come,
and let us cut them off
and let us cut them off
from being a nation.
from being a nation,
That the name of Israel
that the name of Israel
may be no more in remembrance.
may be no more in remembrance.
For they have consulted together
For they have consulted together
with one consent.
with one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against thee.
The tabernacles of Edom
The tabernacles of Edom
and the
and
Ishmaelites
the Ishmaelites
of Moab
of Moab
and the
and
Hagarenes,
the Hagarenes,
Gabal
Gabal
and Ammon
and Ammon
and Amalek
and Amalek
and the Philistines
and the Philistines
with the inhabitants of
the
Tyre.
inhabitants of Tyre.
Ashur has also joined with them.
Ashur has also joined with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Salah.
Salah,
Do unto them
do unto them
as unto the Midianites,
as unto the Midianites,
as to Sisera,
as to Sisera,
as to Jabin,
as to Jabin,
at the brook of Kazan,
at the brook of Kasan,
which perished at Endor.
which perished at Endor.
They become as dung for the earth.
They became as dung for the earth.
Make their nobles
Make their nobles
like Oreb
like Oreb
and like Zeeb.
and like Zeeb.
Yea,
Yea,
all their princes of Zabah
all their princes as Zabah
and as Zamunah,
and as Zamunah,
who said,
who said,
Let us take to ourselves
Let us take to ourselves
the houses of God in possession.
the houses of God in possession.
Oh my God,
Oh my God,
make them like a wheel,
make them like a wheel,
as the stubble before the wind,
as the stubble before the wind,
as the fire burneth the wood,
and as the fire burneth the wood,
and as the flame setteth the mountains on
and
fire.
as the flame setteth the mountains on fire.
So persecute them
So persecute them
with thy tempest,
with thy tempest,
and make them afraid with thy storm.
and make them afraid with thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame,
Fill their faces with shame,
that they may seek thy name.
that they may seek thy name.
O Lord,
O Lord,
let them be confounded
let them be confounded
and troubled forever.
and troubled forever.
Yea,
Yea,
let them be put to shame
let them be put to shame
and perish,
and perish,
that men may know
that men may know
that thou,
that thou,
whose name alone
whose name alone
is Yahweh,
is Yahweh,
art the most high
art the most high
over all the earth.
over all the earth.
All right. With that, we can mashabia, which means to sit. Oh man, we're gonna have you hold that for the rest of the class. For the rest of the Sabbath service, we're gonna have you hold that.
Do we have to blow the horn after the prayers too?
Nah, because we already in the midst of it. You know what I mean? But then, like before we salute the Torah, we're gonna blow the horn. We're gonna end Sabbath service, blow the horn. Before we salute the Torah, blow the horn. After we salute the Torah, blow the horn. You know what I mean? Well, Mashabi, go ahead. Go ahead, sit down. Oh man. Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabrak to all the brothers. Yahweh Shemar Alatan by Shem Yahweh to all the sisters, man. We're the ISUPK. Started out at 1 West 125th Street out of Harlem, New York. Right? And we've been teaching the truth to Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans since 1969, man. You know what I mean? And we are under commanding General Yohana. Right? He is our leader. Right? And he been holding on to this. He held on to this truth when everybody left him, man. And he raised generals and captains and officers and troopers, and we're just continuing the legacy of the ISUPK, man. Continuing the legacy of the Most High, and we're teaching our culture and learning our culture and things like that, man. And I'm gonna say it again, like I say it every week, man. If you're not in Sabbath service, you don't care about your culture and about your history. You know what I mean? Where else are you going to find this in the earth for Sabbath service? Think Israelites groups don't do Sabbath service? You know what I mean? Where else are you going to find this?
Right.
You're not going to find this you're not going to find this in the Christian church. You're not going to find this with the Muslims. Only place you find this is with the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, teaching our culture, reading our language, and all that, man. That's what we do. That's what we do here. So if you don't want to come to Sabbath service, man, you just don't care about your culture. It's just like not coming to camp. Ask them.
Is it chapter 1? Or verse 1? Like
verse 8.
Oh, verse 8.
You're right. It's just like not coming to camp, man. Sabbath service is very important. It's just like not coming to Passover. You feel me? Just not coming to Passover. What if when Christ come back, he say, how many Sabbath service you've been to? Yeah, you're 42. Well, you need 50. You know what I mean? What if Christ says say something like that, man? You know what I mean? Like, because Sabbath service is mandatory. It's like it's a commandment. You know what I mean? To keep the Sabbath service holy, set apart from every other day in the week. You know what I mean? So this is something that should be done, and everybody should be in Sabbath service, man. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Ready to get called upon, ready to read some Hebrew, and ready to learn their culture, man, asking questions and all that. That's what they should be doing. But instead, they want to rest, which is understandable. We all want to rest. Everybody wants to rest. Akim and Akwathion. We all want to rest. Rest after Sabbath service. You know what I mean? Rest after Sabbath service. After Sabbath service, you can go rest. You can go work out. You can go do whatever you want to do. Captain Zarya likes to hit the gym. You can do whatever you want to do as long as it's lawful. But you must be in Sabbath service, man, to learn. You feel me? If you don't, you just don't care about the men that came before you, and you don't care about the Most High and what He says, and you don't care about Christ, man. You don't care about your people. You don't care about anything else but yourself because you want to take. I want to be here. I want to do this. I want to do that. Hey, man. But that's life. Is to be doing things that you don't want to do. That's life. That's everybody. You might as well come to Sabbath service, man, and show the Lord that you're serious about Him and that you deserve being saved. Because we need saving from our enemies, don't we?
Come.
Damn right.
Because our enemies are turning up on us, man. They're turning up on us, and they're going to continue to turn up on us, and we're going to need each other to be able to make it through. That's the only way we're going to make it through is with each other and brotherhood and sisterhood, man. Hey, Shalom, Yakal Yala. What's good, Art?
Don't put him down.
You know what?
Don't put him down.
Yeah.
Come.
Yeah, put Yakal Yala down. I would say Sabbath service, put everybody down that checks in.
Come.
Because everybody don't have a Sabbath service.
Oh, come.
So if they ain't got a Sabbath service, you know what I mean? They check in at this Sabbath service, that means they want it to be a Sabbath service. You dig what I'm saying?
Come.
Right.
Ya, ka, ya, la. Salakia. It's very simple, right?
Dang, when you look at it, it is.
It's because it's sound by sound by sound by sound.
Yeah.
You feel me? Where is that at? Where is the Lashwan Kodash?
Oh. It's too simple, actually. Now
You feel me?
I'm just gonna start.
That's how you say it. Like that's ya la wa.
Dang, that's so simple.
It would be like na ya la wa na. You know what I mean? But then the wa and the na is connected, so you drop the a off. Like your name is Ka Pa Ya Ra. But since the ya and the ra is connected, you're gonna drop the a off. All right, man. Look,
You know that.
I know. Hey, bro. I know a little bit. I didn't become a 500 from not knowing nothing. You know what I mean? I know a little bit. You dig what I'm saying? Go ahead. Y'all, we can go ahead and start.
Sounds crazy.
We can go ahead and start. My bad. My bad. I didn't. My bad, y'all. I didn't mean to be long winded.
What? Keep worrying.
Genesis chapter 13, verse 8.
Yep.
This is Genesis chapter 13, verse 8 in the Hebrew language.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, come on. Wayamar. Abraham. Al. Lawat.
Mm-hmm.
Al. Na.
Mm-hmm.
Tahai.
Tahaya.
Marai. Marayaba. Banai.
Try again.
But Anai.
Bayanaya.
But he says like what? He said
Bayanya.
Banyanya.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead. No, you good.
Like,
you good.
oh,
Go ahead. Like, don't forget to like and subscribe, right? And share the class. Go ahead. Wabayan.
Ka'a.
Yeah. Yaka.
Yaka.
Mm-hmm.
Wabayan Yaka.
Mm-hmm.
Waban.
Wabayan.
Mm-hmm. What? Ra'aya. Wabayan.
Mm-hmm.
Ra'ai Ka'a.
Yak.
Ra'ai Yak.
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
Yak or
Kaya.
Anasham.
Anasham. Mm-hmm.
Akim.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, brothers. Come on, those brothers. I was like, oh,
I was like, wait, what? You didn't want to help him, right?
I didn't want to help him, but I also didn't want him to get it wrong either. Go ahead.
Anahana.
Nah.
Anach. Anachnawa.
Verse 9.
Hala'as, like cow. Ha'aratazar.
Lapanyak.
Lapanyak.
It might be Yakar, but I'm not 100%. Go ahead.
Oh, it doesn't have the connector thing on it, like, you know.
Yeah.
Yaparad. Not. It's like that one?
Nah.
Yaparad right here. Just separate. Yaparad.
Yeah.
Yaparad. Nah.
Oh, Haparad. So
I was like,
keep going.
Haparad. Come. Nah.
Mm-hmm.
Ma alay. Ma'ai.
Laya. Mm-hmm.
I'm.
Mm-hmm. Hashama'al.
Mm-hmm. What am
13.
What I ma na.
Yeah.
What I ma I. Oh, it's like I don't even say it all together.
Wa'a.
What I na.
Ma'ana. Go ahead.
Hey ya.
Wa'a.
What
That's all I get. Wa'am. Mhm.
Oh, it's like it right there. Wa'am. Hey ya.
Hayamyan.
Hey yum. What I. What the hard I read.
Keep going.
What I ma'ala'a. Oh, it's like no, that's not even. Oh, do you have the?
Damn, that is a long
What's the
word.
last one, go dash?
Wa'a. Yeah.
My bad.
Oh,
I
no,
stole it from you. I stole it from you. My bad. All right.
Oh no, you. Oh, what
Wa'asham.
asham
Ayala.
ayala.
Verse 10. Go ahead.
What ayah or what?
Wa'yasha.
What yasha?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yasha. What yasha? La what?
Mm-hmm.
Ita.
Mm-hmm.
Ella na.
Aya. Na yao.
Ayah na. Ayah na. Ow.
Na ya wa.
Ya na. Ya. It's like ya na.
Aya. Na
Aya.
yawa.
Na ow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's different from mouth to say. Why ya?
Wa'yara.
Why you rar?
Mm-hmm.
Ita. Ka'ow.
Kakar.
Kakar. Hay.
Hayaradan.
Hayradan. Ka'ai.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Mm-hmm.
Like Ka'al la'a.
Okay.
Ma'ash. Kwahan. Kwan. It's like
Mashkwa.
mashkwa.
Mm-hmm.
La'at.
La Panya.
Lapanya.
Mm-hmm. Shakath.
Shikath. Yahweh. Etha. Sa'ad or Sa'adam.
Mm-hmm.
Wa Etha.
Mm-hmm.
Amara.
Yeah.
Kagan.
Mm-hmm.
Yahweh. Ka'aratiza.
Mm-hmm. That's a tazah, that second letter. So it's matazar yum.
Matazar Yom.
Mm-hmm.
Like Mariam.
Ba'aka.
Matazar. Ba'aka.
Taza'ir.
Tiza'ir. Tiza'ir. Why ya?
Waya Bakar.
Why ya Bakar?
Mm-hmm.
Law.
Lawa.
The wa. The what?
Mm-hmm.
The tha. Cow.
Mm-hmm.
Kakayar. Hayaradan.
Hayaradan. Mm-hmm.
What?
Waya Sa'ai.
Why you? Oh, that's a high. Why you Sarai?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, talking about Sarai.
Low. Okay, right
That's
there.
the Sa right there.
Get those two like mixed up. So
Yeah, they're talking about Sarai.
why is Sarai?
Mm-hmm.
Lawat.
Makwadam.
Makwadam.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Why?
Waya Paradwa.
Why ya Paradwa?
Mm-hmm.
Aisha.
Ayash.
Ayash. Like Ma'al.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
Aka.
Aka.
Yawa.
Akayawa.
Uh,
Kayawa. In verse 12.
Mm-hmm.
Abaram. Yashabah.
Yashab.
Yashabs. Ba'arataza.
Mm-hmm.
Kana'ah.
Kana'ain.
Kana'ain.
Mm-hmm.
Malawat. Yasha'ab. Ba'arai. Ba'arai. It's like Hakakair.
Mm-hmm.
Waya
Waya'ahal.
Ahau. Ad.
Mm-hmm.
Sa'adam.
Okay.
Wa'an.
Wa'anashya.
Wa'anashya.
Mm-hmm.
Sa'adam. Ra'an.
Ra'ayam.
Ra'ayam. Wahat.
Waka.
Wahat.
Waka. Ta'ayam.
Ta'ayam.
Mm-hmm.
Yahweh.
Mm-hmm.
Ma'adam.
Okay, verse 14.
Verse 14. Yahweh. Amar. Al.
Mm-hmm.
Abaram. Aharai. 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 Akarai. It's like
Acharia.
Akaria. It's like
Mhm.
Akaria.
Haparad.
Haparad. La what?
The what?
The what? It's like
Ma'aimaur.
Ma'aimaur.
Mm-hmm.
Shah.
Okay.
Na. In a car. In a car.
Ayanyaka.
Ayanyaka. It's like Ayanyaka. Sorry. What? Rarat. Rarai. Ay. Rariah. Mine. You know what I was... Ha. Hama. Kwa. Hamakwa. What? Hamakwa. Why?
Hamakoyam.
Hamakwim.
Mm-hmm.
Hamakwim.
Ashar.
Ashar. Atha.
Tha.
Atha. Sham.
Mm-hmm.
Shab.
Tazapan. 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 Ha.
Those are the one you go.
Tells about 1 year car.
No, that one doesn't have all that. It's Tazapana.
Tazapana.
Mm-hmm.
We are at 14.
Yeah, and southward is where we're at.
One nag. Ba'a.
Mm-hmm. Wanagaba.
Wanagaba.
Waquad ma.
Requad ma.
Mm-hmm.
Wayama.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now in the English.
Oh.
Oh snap! Oh, I wasn't ready.
There's a lot going on right there.
Yeah, it's starting to get there though.
It's different. Those are different.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Verse 8.
Verse 8. Verse 13. Verse 8.
It's like everywhere.
This is verse 8. Oh, it's like we're in Genesis chapter 13, verse 8. And Abraham said unto Lot, let there be no strife, I pray thee, between me and thee. It's like me and thee, and between my herdmen. Herdmen's like, and thy herdmen.
Right.
It's like, what's a herdman?
Herdmen are like men men that herd their animals, herd the sheep, herd, you know what I mean? So Abraham has his sheep and his herdmen, and then Lot has his sheep, his herdmen, his cattle, his herdmen. You dig what I'm saying? All right.
For we be brethren.
Right. So now Abraham and Lot, they're all living in the same area. You know what I mean? And Abraham has his sheep and his oxen and everything that he has, and then Lot has his sheep and his oxen and everything that he has. And when they come together, it becomes a lot for the land. You know what I mean? To where that their herdmen get into it about, well, that's my sheep. No, that's my sheep. It's my cow. That's my cow. You know what I mean? Like, and these are animals. It's like these are animals that feed people. You understand that? These animals that feed people. You feel me? So when somebody steals a sheep or something, that's something that could feed a family for a whole month. You know what I mean? A large family for a whole month. You dig what I'm saying? So it's a very important thing back then about sheep, cattle, and things like that. But Abraham being the man that he is, the upstanding gentleman that he is, he comes. He said, "Look, like there shouldn't be no strife between my herdman and your herdman because we brothers." You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Leave it up to Abraham. Leave it up to. I'm sorry, it's not Abraham yet. It's Abram. Leave it up to Abram. He's a man of the Lord, so he's trying to keep the peace and keep the understanding. That's why he said, "Look, there should be no strife between my herdmen and your herdmen. We brothers. You know what I mean? I love you, you love me. You're my brother's son. You know what I mean? Nowadays, niggas have been like, shit, let's get to beefing. I'm sorry, Doc. Like that's what they'll do nowadays. Nowadays they be like, oh, they want to steal our sheep, huh? Okay. You know what I'm talking about? Well, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna be talking a lot, right? And you're gonna slide up behind them, you're gonna put them in a chokehold, and we're gonna get the pounding on them. Yeah, that's what they would do nowadays. But see, back then, Abraham was different. He was born different, he lived different, so he's more like trying to be peaceful because Lot is his nephew. You know what I mean? His brother's son. More like his son, because he's been taking care of Lot for the past since his brother died. You know what I mean? They left when Abraham decided to leave the land of his father. Lot went with him. That's how important Lot is to him. You know what I mean? That's important. You know what I mean? Abraham is the Lot. You know what I mean? So Abraham was like, look, we brothers, man. We shouldn't be fighting. Our herdsmen shouldn't be fighting. We should love each other like we do. You know what I mean? No sweat. Go ahead, verse 9.
Verse 9. Is not the whole land before thee? Separate thyself. Separate thyself. I pray thee from me. If thou wilt take the left hand, then I will go to the right. Or if thou depart to the right hand, then I will go to the left.
Look, that's what Abraham said. Abraham said, look, bro, all this land we got out here, you know what I'm talking about? We got a whole bunch of land out here. We don't have to stay to this little part. We got land over here. We got land over there. We got land over there. You know what I mean? So wherever you go, depart from me, separate from us. Take all your cattle, all your herdsmen, everybody, separate from us. If you go to the right hand, then I'm gonna go over here. You feel me? If you go to the left, then I'm gonna go to the right. We just gonna make sure we don't have to hurt each other out here. Or our people don't have to hurt each other out here. You know what I mean? We're gonna keep this level of brotherhood up. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah, you understand this? You know what I mean? That's what Abraham on. Abraham on more peaceful things. He's not on no hating type of deal. You know what I mean? He's not like, so y'all just all in our land doing this and that. He's like, man, look, bro, it's enough land for all of us. You know what I mean? It's enough land for all of us, bro. And you being my nephew and I loving you, and we're gonna be able to split up this land. We're gonna be able to do. You know what I mean? We're gonna be able to hold fast to this land, bro, because you're my brother. No sweat. Yeah, reasoning. There we go. Reasoning. You know what I mean? The white man ain't doing that. The white man like, this is my land and my land only. Drop bombs. Press the button. Boom, 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 boom.
Then there is no land.
Your foot is gonna catch the cord.
Oh.
The water just, I don't know what cord it was, but boy, you was finna mess up the whole thing.
Yeah.
Who's that, young man junior? I got him. Go ahead and keep reading. Yeah, I just told him to check in.
Yeah, man, Junior.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, counsel. This is verse 10. And Lot lifted up his eyes. Oh, dang. And behold, all the plain of Jordan. Jordan is the land.
Wait. Say it one more time.
Come on. And Lot lifted up his eyes. And behold, all the plain of Jordan.
Right, because Jordan is the land. You know
Okay.
what I mean? Because the land of Jordan, and then not just the land of Jordan, but also like the River Jordan. But Jordan is a land mass.
Oh.
You know what I mean? So when he looked up, you seen the land of Jordan. Like, all right, man, there's a lot of people out. There's a lot of land out this mug. You know what I mean? There's a lot of land out this mug. You feel me? The water. You know what I mean? Cause like I ain't want to have to go to war with you. You know what I'm talking about? You feel me?
Okay.
Go ahead.
Come on, Colin. That it was well watered everywhere.
Right. It was well watered everywhere. It was water. It was green grass. It was, you know what I mean? It's a land of milk and honey. You feel me? It's a great land. You know, all of that land used to be ours in the Jordan Valley. You know what I mean? All of that land used to be Israelite land way after Abraham, but you know what I mean? But and keep reading, it's gonna explain it.
Come on, Colin. Before the Lord destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah.
Go back to that it was well watered.
Come on, Colin. That it was well watered everywhere. Before the Lord destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah.
Stop. You see what I'm saying? So now it's talking about like before the Lord destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, that it was a wonderful land out there.
Yeah.
That's what he's, you know what I mean? Because he's keep going.
Come on, Colin. Even as the garden of the Lord.
Right. What's the garden of the Lord?
Eden.
What
Eden.
is it?
Eden.
So you didn't know what the garden of the Lord is?
It's the Eden. Like
why didn't you want to answer it?
Oh.
This was cap class. Your hand to be raised. Right. You be ready to answer all the questions. You too, sis. You didn't know what the garden of the Lord was? Oh, you raise your hand next time. I'll be like, I can see. I'll be able to see.
Garden of Eden.
Go ahead.
Come on, Colin.
Even
like even as the garden of the Lord.
Right, because the Garden of Eden was beautiful, plentiful, had water, had grass, trees, and all that. So that's what it's saying. It's like even before Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed, Sodom and Gomorrah was a beautiful place too. The Garden of Eden, beautiful place. Is it giving a comparison? The land of Jordan giving a comparison to other beautiful lands that was in the past. Go ahead.
Come on, Pastor. Like the land of Egypt.
Like what?
The land of Egypt.
You got to remember, Abraham went into Egypt and got cattle and everything like that because it was a famine in the land of Canaan. So he went to the land of Egypt to get all of his supplies and things like that. Remember?
Come on, Pastor.
All right. Oh, you don't remember? You wasn't here last week.
No, but I was watching it though.
Oh, okay.
I remember I checked in.
Go ahead, bro.
Come on, Pastor. We'll stay watching.
Verse you at?
Verse 10.
At the end of verse 10.
Like the land of Egypt, as thou comest unto Zaar.
Keep going.
Verse 11. Then Lot chose him all the plain of Jordan. And Lot journeyed.
The Lot chose him all the plains of Jordan. He was like, I'm going to take all this land, all this meat. You know what I'm talking about? That's what Lot, all this meat, no sweat. The water, I'm going to go over here. All right, no sweat. So remember, he said if he go over here, then he's going to go west, right?
So he went.
Well, we ain't there yet about where Lot went. Keep going.
And Lot journeyed east.
Right, so Lot went east in the land of Jordan. So the land of Jordan right here, Lot went east. You know what I mean? And if you know anything about the Bible, that's where Ammonites and Moabites lived. Was on the eastern plains, the eastern side of Jordan.
Oh,
but you don't know that because you ain't in the geography yet. You know. You feel me? So then Abraham went west. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay.
Abraham went west, and that's where you find the land of Canaan, where the tribes of Israel was set up. Was in the west, and then in the east was where Ammon and Moab was set up. Those are Lot's descendants. Just a little thought process. What's up, sis?
Do y'all teach like a history class? Like, I know this is our history, but like a geographical, like
I can.
picture-wise?
I can. I'll talk to Officer Dawah down. We'll see if we can get some pictures and some maps up, and I'll let you know.
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about? I'll let you know, because at one point in time,
lock it. That'd be like we'd be able to put it on the background too.
we would.
Yeah, we could come up with something like that. Like if we need like a map, you know what I mean?
I think that'd be very good, just for like me. Like I'm I'm geologically inclined.
Yeah.
But like to have like a visual representation, like you do with obviously the white man, but I think it'd be easier for learning as well.
No sweat. Well, I'll give Officer Dawah down. We'll see about getting that, because when you look at that land over there, like the land of Israel was the whole Middle East. You know what I mean? At one point in time, where Afghanistan and Palestine, and you feel me, all the way south to like Iraq and all that. So it was the whole Middle East at one point in time. It wasn't just that little strip of Israel where they sit now.
Right. Tectonic plates and shifting.
No. We just had
we just had that like today because of how the earth is and how everything shifts and evolves and erodes, that people think that this was always one thing. They don't understand that it was all one thing at one point in time. God,
No. It's just what I'm saying was that whole Middle East over there, where Israel is now. Israel right now is just like a little strip of the Middle East. You know what I mean? Like it's called the Gaza Strip. It's only a little strip of the Middle East. That whole Middle East where all those Arabs live at, well, that was all of our land. That was all of Israel. That was all of Israel right there. That was all of our land.
That also, I believe it includes Saudi Arabia too, right? Like even further south.
No, not Saudi Arabia.
Maybe not like all the way down, but like there's like it goes inland a lot more, right?
Yeah, I don't think it was all of Saudi Arabia. It was just like a half of Saudi Arabia, a little piece of Saudi Arabia. But it was like Afghanistan, Saudi Arabia, Iraq. You know what I mean? All of that Middle East was there, because when you get to Saudi Arabia, you get closer to Iran and like East. You know what I mean? Like Asia. Well, not mine. Asia Minor. That's what it was called, right?
Right.
What's good?
Also, like, so you don't like it's all like because like all over there is just straight up sand and dust.
It wasn't. It wasn't.
What?
Oh, it wasn't.
That's what it's saying. That's what it's saying. It wasn't that. But there's other people in our land. When we was in our land, it was a land of milk and honey. But now other people are in our land. The Lord is just the Lord. Now America is plentiful. You know what I mean? Like when they came against Native Americans over here, it was like wild animals running around, all deer you can eat, buffalo, ox, Greenland, all that. But then the white man does what the white man does and came over here and destroyed this place. You know what I mean? Just like he destroyed Israel right now and the Middle East. The Middle East used to be a nice place. You know what I mean? Until America get to bombing it. You know what I mean? And bombing all those cities over there and all destroying. You know what I mean?
All because we evolved.
You feel me? It's not that we evolved. It's the white man to be white manning. The white man be white manning, and he destroys everything that's not. You know what I mean? He's ready to destroy everything. Like in Afghanistan, first it was invaded by Russia. White people, right? Then it was invaded by America, more white people, and they've been invading that place for like it's just so they can't sustain anything because they keep getting invaded. You know what I mean? They can't build anything and make anything nice in those mountains and in the plains of it because it just keep getting invaded and keep getting destroyed and bombed and depleted. How can anything last there? How can any animals last there if every time they want to bring forth new creatures and new animals in that place, it just gets bombed out? You dig what I'm saying? That's why they call it a third world country.
You know what I mean? Emphasis on the word world. Go ahead. Let's keep reading.
Come on, okay. Verse 11. Oh, yeah. Then Lot chose him all the plain of Jordan, and Lot journeyed east.
Right.
And they separated themselves, the one from the other.
Right. So then they separated themselves, like Abraham told him. Abraham said, "You go over there and separate yourself, and I'm gonna go the other way. We're gonna separate ourselves. That way, our herdmen should never fight. There shouldn't be no strife between us. We're brothers." And that's how we should be today. That's how we should be today. We should be loving on each other today, like Abraham loved Lot. You know what I mean?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
All these gangs out here want to fight over gang turf because drug turf and this like that. You should listen, brother. They shouldn't be selling drugs. No way. They shouldn't be selling drugs. No way. What they should do, they should get in this ISUPK and learn the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, and learn how to be a brother and learn how to love each other. And that way they can go and take over this place, and Christ can come back, and we can have kingdom right. We can have heaven right here on earth.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But instead, everybody wants to take what the white man does and fight and kill each other and hurt each other and harm each other. You know what I mean? When they should be taking on their own culture and loving each other like Lot did. I mean, like Lot did Abraham, and Abraham did Lot, because they love each other. They're not there yet, but then Lot's gonna be beefing with the kings. That's over there, and they're gonna take him captive, and Abraham gonna go get his nephew. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna go get his nephew. You feel me? He's gonna fight, but we're not there yet. So you don't know about that yet. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's like it's just Lot is a Moab.
Lot's not Moabite. He's Moabites and Ammonites ain't even came around yet.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? But they are his descendants.
Oh.
Ammonites and Moabites ain't even around yet. Just like Abraham is the father. I don't want to say father of the Israelites, but he's a forefather of the Israelites. But the Israelites ain't around yet.
Oh.
You know what I mean? It's giving you the characters in the story, and where all the nations came from, and where everybody comes from, and everybody, you know what I mean? It's giving you the characters of the story. Think of it like you're watching a movie, right? And if you just tune in at the end of the movie, you don't know who the hell they're talking about at the beginning. They're gonna be telling you like, Darnell and Tyrone robbed the liquor store. You're gonna be like, who the hell is Tyrone? Which one is Tyrone? Which one is Darnell? Why are they robbing the liquor store? Are they together? You know what I mean? Like you feel me? Are they homeboys? Are they beefing? Like, well, what's going on? Like, that's, you know what I mean? But now, right now, they're giving you the backdrop of the story that's going to be coming forth in the future. That's the problem with Christianity. Christianity starts at the end of the book, not even in the middle, at the end of the book. And then they want to think that they know everything that's going on with how you. Have you ever read a book? Have you ever started at the end of it?
Nah.
No, you always start at the beginning, right? So how can we just start at the end of the book and think that Christianity starts at the end of the book and thinks that they know anything? That don't make sense. Do it.
Nah.
That don't make sense. Do it. So that way, when in Romans 9:13, when it says God so loved, or God hated Esau and loved Jacob, they don't know who the hell Jacob is. They don't know who the hell Esau is. Because they don't know the characters and the backdrop of the characters and the stories of the characters. That's why we started at Genesis 1. You dig what I'm saying?
Okay.
All right, let's keep going.
Okay. Verse 12. Abram dwelt in the land of Canaan.
Right.
And Lot dwelt in the cities of the plain, and pitched his tent towards Sodom.
Right, and pitched his tent towards Sodom. So Abraham is in the land of Canaan, and Lot is in the plains of the cities. That's, you know what I mean. So Sodom and Gomorrah was 5 cities, right?
Oh, that's huge.
Sodom and Gomorrah was 5 different cities. It's like let's say like New York.
Oh,
you know, New York has 5 different boroughs.
Oh, lies. I've never been to New York.
This guy. You ain't never been, so you don't know nothing about New York?
Nah, really.
Well, what they teach y'all in school these days? Well, New York has 5 different boroughs, 5 different basically cities inside of one city. So that's what Sodom and Gomorrah was, and they had like plains, like so there was a city over here, 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 and in the middle of it they had plain area, like area, you know what I mean? So that's where Lot puts this tent at.
Like,
in the plane area?
Central Park.
Yeah, basically like Central Park. Yeah, planted his city, planted his tent right there. He was like, "This where I'm gonna be at." You dig what I'm saying? Him and all his herdsmen and all that because they had cows in there. You get that? You understand that, sis?
Right in the middle.
You sure?
Yeah, no, I get the gist of it. Yes, but when you said like New York has 5 different.
Y'all really don't know that New York has 5 different boroughs:
Uh-huh.
Queens, Bronx, Brooklyn, Manhattan.
I've heard of them. I just didn't like know the, I guess the
Oh,
word for it. I guess.
oh, okay. Yeah,
Makes sense
it's
now.
called boroughs. They're called boroughs,
Okay.
but it's like 5 different cities, and that makes up New York City. So I'm from
I
Brooklyn,
thought it
son.
was just like different parts of.
Yeah, basically, it's like different parts of New York City, but they're so big,
That's why they'd be like,
and there's so many people there
this place,
that
Yeah.
it's like a little city.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's like
No,
New
it's not.
Braunfels,
Mm-hmm.
San Antonio, Helotes, San Antonio, Bernie, San Antonio. It's still like considered San Antonio basically,
Yeah.
but it's like it's a different
It's a
city.
different
Yeah,
zones.
They
dig
call
what
it
I'm
wider
saying?
area, right?
Huh.
yeah,
Wider area.
Greater San Antonio area.
Great, there you go. That's it.
Because New York is the only place we don't call it like that. New York is the only place where I could say like the different cities inside of one city. Where else can I say that? You know what I mean? L.A.
San Antonio.
Well, if New York, selected, sir.
Go ahead.
New York is very dense. Like very dense. Was it like 3 million people or 7? It's a lot of people.
Who?
New York.
New York got like 12 million people in there. Stop playing.
That sounds like a nightmare having to be the trash man there.
You feel me? And it's about the same size as San Antonio. Yeah. So like, but they build up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Probably bigger than San Antonio, a little bit bigger than San Antonio.
Damn.
It's like LA. You ever heard of LA? Like LA has Compton, San Bernardino, Compton, San Bernardino, Santa Monica, South Central.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Inglewood. Those are all like different cities inside of LA County.
Mm-hmm.
But there's so many people there that Hollywood, you know what I mean? There's so many people there that they're all just considered LA. You know what I mean? But if you go there, they're gonna be like, I'm not from LA, I'm from Compton. You know what I mean? But we be like, that's LA. You know, so yeah, you know what I mean? All right.
Okay.
Keep going. Let's keep reading.
Come on, Constance. Verse 13. But the men of Sodom were wicked and sinners before the Lord exceedingly.
Right. So now it's talking about Sodom. We already know Sodom was wicked, but we're gonna get into the gist of it. It says Sodom, the men of Sodom were wicked and sinners before the Lord. They were wicked and sinners. You know what I'm talking about? Pride. They had Pride Month. They had a whole Pride. They had Pride years. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Come on, Constance. Verse 14. And the Lord said unto Abram, after that Lot was separated from him, lift up now thine eyes.
Right. So now Lot's over here, Abraham's over here. Now the Lord told Abraham, lift up your eyes. You know what I'm talking about? Lift them up. Go ahead.
Come on, Constance. And look from the place where thou art northward.
Right. Now he said, look to the north. Go ahead.
Come on, Constance. And southward.
Look to the south. Go ahead.
Come on, Constance. And eastward.
Look to the east. Go ahead.
Come on, Constance. And westward.
And westward. Look to the west. You know what I'm talking about? That's what he told him. Did we read 15 in Hebrew, or we got to go over to Hebrew right now?
We didn't read 15 in Hebrew.
No,
so.
God.
Dang.
Oh,
we
man.
supposed to?
No. It's getting good. It's getting good. So let's go. Y'all go ahead and read the Hebrew in 15.
Come on, Constance.
Okay.
It's finna start getting there. You know what I'm talking about? You're gonna be like, oh, yeah. You feel me?
Come on. Kai. Or Kai.
Kaya.
Kai. Kaya.
Mhm.
Kaya.
Atha.
Etha. Kaal. Harataza.
Mhm.
Ashar. Ata.
Mhm.
Ra'at.
Ra'ah.
Ra'ah.
Mhm.
Laka.
Mhm.
Ethan.
Athana.
Athana. Walazar Aka. Walazarka.
Mhm.
Ad. Awalam. Washam.
Washamathia.
Washamathia.
Mhm.
Etha. Zaraka.
Mhm.
Kapar. Kapar. Kaapar.
Kaipar.
Kaipar.
Mhm.
Harataza. Ashar. I'm. Yakal.
Yawakal.
Oh, it's like Yawakal.
Mhm. Ayash.
Ayash. Lamnawat.
Lamanawath.
Lamanawath. Itha. Apar.
Mhm.
Harataza.
Mhm.
Gam. Zaraka.
Mhm. Yamana.
Yamana. Verse 17. Quam. Ha. Ha. Ha.
Hathahalak.
Hatalalak. It's like, can you say that again?
Hathahalak.
Hatha'alak.
Mhm.
Hatha'alak. Ba'arataza.
Mhm.
La'araka.
Okay.
Walara. Haba.
Mhm. Kaya.
Kaya. Laka.
Mhm.
Etha. Na.
Athana.
Ethana. It's like Ethana. Ethana.
Mhm.
Waya hala. Waya ha'a.
Waya ahal.
Waya ha.
Mhm.
Abram.
Mhm.
Waya ba. Waya bai. It's like
Okay.
Waya shab.
Mhm.
Bala. Ba'ila.
Ba'alanya.
Ba'alanya.
Mhm.
Ma'ara. Ashar. Bahara. Listen. Bahab.
Which one? You
Bara.
oh, you okay?
In Harbin? Bahabara. Oh. It's like how you say?
Bacha
Baha
bar
bar
one.
Ron. You say Ron or Ron?
One.
Ron.
Yeah, because when you look at how the end,
Baha.
that's actually an in. It's at the end of it, which kind of looks like the wa, but it's like a longer version of it. That's just that's what na looks like when it's at the end of a word.
Nah. Okay, come. Ashar.
Mhm.
Mara.
Wait, where you at?
Oh, it's like I read that backwards. Ma'ar, Ashar, and Haram, and then I'm on white.
Go after and he built.
And he built. Comes after you.
Yeah.
Sham.
Mazabah.
Mazabach. Yahweh.
Yeah. Okay.
Verse. Oh, this is chapter 14 now. Verse 1.
Do you want him to keep going, sir? Because he just finished chapter 13.
Oh.
Okay.
How many verses?
How many verses? 7. Right? He did 15? Boy, 15, 16, 17, 18. That's 4. He need 3 verses.
Okay, come on, sir.
What time is it?
12:11.
All right, no, we can go into English and then we just get to 7 verses in the next chapter. Go ahead.
All right.
I'm messing up my breakfast, man.
Verse 15. For all the land which thou seest, to thee will I give it, and to thy seed forever.
Right.
Oh.
Right. So now he's telling Abraham he's gonna land in Canaan. He said, look up, lift up thine eyes, right? He said, look north, south, east, and west. He said, now everything that your eyes see, right? He said, I'm gonna give that land to you and your children. Right? I'm gonna give that to you and thy seed forever, right? That's why that's our land right now.
Mm-hmm.
Abraham never seen the land of. You know what? I don't think Jacob or Isaac seen the land of Canaan either.
Damn.
I think it was left to Joshua and them that seen it.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Hmm.
So it's giving you the story, and it's giving you the promise that the Lord made to Abraham. Keep going.
Go, Counselor. Verse 16. And I will make thy seed as the dust of the earth,
Right.
so that if a man can number the dust of the earth, then shall thy seed also be numbered.
Hold that. Give me Hosea 1, and I want to say it's 10. Number as the sea as the sand of the sea or something like that.
Come on, Kyle. Let me get that real quick, sir. So
Hosea 1 and 10.
Hosea chapter 1, verse 10. You can stay where you're at. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which
Right. Go ahead.
which cannot be measured nor numbered.
No sweat. You see what I'm talking about?
Come on, sir.
Go back to Genesis 13 and 16.
Okay. And I will make thy seed, it's like this is verse 16. And I will make thy seed as the dust of the earth, so that if a man can number the dust of the earth, then shall thy seed also be numbered.
Right. Can you number the dust of the earth?
La.
Can you number the sand of the seas?
La.
Right. So that's what they're talking. That's what he's telling. He's like, your seed is not going to be able to be numbered. You're going to have a lot of children. Talking about Israelites. Talking about his descendants, the Israelites are going to be as it's going to be a lot of us. And is it a lot of us?
Sir.
No sweat. What's up, Ayala?
I was just saying that's a lot of R&B, sir.
A lot of R&B?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I mean,
What
that's
is
a lot
it?
of getting down. I mean,
Okay.
As I said
Okay.
in the sea, I mean, when you think about it, Israel, they multiply like faster than any other nation. They try to keep us, as a lower number, and yet all we keep doing is outgrowing them. That's why was it Esau? He was worried about the one that shot up that place, the replacement theory.
Well, you've been replaced.
Now that's a biblical thing. Like here go your replacement theory right here. Israel being as the sand of the sea. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a lot. Every tiny little grain of sand. Imagine a whole sea. You know what I mean? That's what Israel is. It's like unstoppable. You know what I'm talking about?
Most High Christ. Let's go.
Verse 17. Arise, walk through the land in the length of it, and in the breadth of it, for I will give it unto thee.
Right. It's a rise. Walk all through your land. Walk through the midst of it. Walk through the breadth of it. Walk through everything of it, because I'm going to give it to you. That's faith right there.
Right.
And niggas nowadays don't even have enough faith to take the to get the Sabbath day off. I gotta work. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So you telling me that you don't believe that if you get the Sabbath day off, the Lord ain't gonna bless you? You know what I mean? Even if you tell them that you need the Sabbath day off, and they say, "No, hell no, you ain't getting the Sabbath day off." You know what I mean? You don't think the Lord gonna destroy their business? You know what I mean? You tell them you need the Sabbath day off, and they say, "Oh, sure, no sweat, take the Sabbath day off." You think the Lord ain't gonna bless their business? You know what I mean? So it'll behoove all businesses to be like, you know what I mean? Are you Black, Hispanic, and Native American? Yes. All right, man. We're gonna give you the Sabbath day off because you don't know it, but you an Israelite and you keep the Sabbath day. It'll behoove all businesses, all heathen nations, whoever, you know what I mean, to give us a Sabbath day off. It will behoove them. It'll be in their best interest for their business. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Okay. Verse 18. Then Abram removed his tent and came and dwelt in the plain of Mamre.
Mamre. I would say
Mamre, which is in Hebron. It's like,
where do you see Hebron at?
It's like Hebron.
Like Lebron?
It's like
Hebron.
Hebron. It's like Hebron. It's like it's not
Hebron.
Hebron. I'll put
Hebron.
and built there an altar unto the Lord.
Right. Do you see every time that he goes somewhere and that he claims that land for himself, he built an altar unto the Lord? You know what I mean? That's how Abraham marked his territory. You know, gangs will mark their territory with spray paint. This, that. Abraham was like, I'm marking my territory with the altar of the Lord.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about? If you want to come take this land, you got to take it up with him. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You take it up with the Lord. Don't take it up. You know what I mean? You gotta take it up with him. First, I'm gonna see you, and then if I can't handle it, the Lord, you know what I mean? The Lord gonna jump in, and it's gonna be a bad day in hell for you, brother.
Mm-hmm.
That's how much faith that Abraham had. Abraham had all the faith in the world, bro. Think about it. Abraham left where he was at, the land of his father, where he had a house and where he had everything he needed, and went to a land where he had nothing. Then he went to Egypt, you know what I mean, and then had faith that the Lord gave him all types of cattle and oxen and servants, you know what I mean.
Right.
And then he left there with all types of what's named. The Lord plagued Egypt. Then he went to the land back in the, you know what I mean.
Right.
Like he just got so much faith that we don't even understand that faith. We don't even understand that faith. Yeah, dedication. We don't even understand that. Go ahead. We gotta go back to Hebrew to the what's name, right?
Come. Verse 1. Oh, this is the book of Genesis chapter 14, verse 1. Wayahai. Wayahaya. But I'm not.
You know what I know what you're doing? You're reading the blue letters at the top. I know that for a fact. Ain't nothing wrong with it. He's just not doing it right. I can tell that you're reading that. That's the Yiddish.
Oh, that's the Yiddish?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to read that no more. Man, I just said that.
Yeah, I like almost never look at that.
Usually like that. Now I'm. Man.
Bayamaya. That's the next.
Bayamaya.
Mm-hmm.
Amarapal.
Say it with your chest too.
Amarapal.
Stupid. That's a lot. That was stupid. Say it with your chest.
Malak.
What does Malak mean?
Malak.
King.
Right, because Malakwath is kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
Malakwath.
Right, like Officer Malakwath. Kingdom.
His name is Kingdom. That's a cool name.
You know what? That makes sense too, because he building the whole kingdom, man.
Malakwath.
like a great family, you know what I mean? Shanair. Mm-hmm.
If I can find these facts, Ara Yawak. Ara Yawak.
Mm-hmm. Malak. Mm-hmm.
Allah.
Al-Asar.
Al-Asar.
Good luck on that word.
Well, hold on. Wait. I think if I look at this, I can get Ka.
Put it all together.
Kada. Damn, I don't know about that one.
Kadara la Aymar.
I don't even think I can say that.
Kadara la Aymar.
Kadara la Aymar. Oh, I got it. Kadara la Aymar.
Yeah, you break it up. Break it up and then put it back together.
Kadara la Aymar.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Malak. Allah.
Ayalam.
Mm-hmm. What's the aisle? Malak. Wait.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and then
Gawayam.
Mm-hmm. Of nations.
Yeah.
Verse 2.
Aishawa.
Can I select it, if I may?
Mala.
If I may, so that last word where it says goyim, right? Meaning nations,
Yeah.
right? That's the same word as going to be Gentiles in the English.
Wait, what?
Gentile is like how you say it in Greek,
Yeah,
basically, and goyim will be nations. And so when it says Gentiles in the New Testament, it's really talking about nations. It's saying nations. It's not saying anyone outside of.
Okay,
We'll get into that.
Come on. So that's what we'd be calling them, pretty much.
They're just nations. Israelites can be Gentiles also, because we're a nation.
Okay. Oh, that's just the Gentiles are like people who hang with.
Gentile is just nations. Goyim, the nations. That's it.
Oh, okay.
It's you know what I mean. It's just like saying Black, Hispanic, and Native American. It's just a byword, basically. Just like saying, you know what I mean.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. What's this word? War.
Hold on, I ain't there yet.
Sound it out.
Ma.
La.
Ka.
Ma.
Malakama.
Malakama.
Malakama. Ata. Oh yeah, no.
Barai.
Barai.
Keep going.
Malak.
Saddam.
Saddam.
Saddam Hussein.
Is it Sodom? Yeah, Sodom.
Yeah, Sodom. Man.
Sodom. And then Wa'atha.
Wa'atha.
Oh, that's different. I'm trying to actually learn that. Letters.
Barashai.
Barashai. Shy. Okay.
Keep going.
Malak.
There you go. You was doing good earlier. You was on a roll. Now we get to these names. Now it's like, oh wait,
because it's not a repeat word.
I know. But it's the same letters though, so you just gotta put the letters together.
Oh, this time I'm not reading the blue words. I'm actually going off of the black ones instead.
Yeah.
Because I want to learn those.
Keep going. So Imara. That's Gomorrah. Keep going.
Sometimes. Shana'a. Shana'a.
Malak.
Adama. Oh, dang, this one.
Washama
Abar. Washama Abar. Malak. Whoa, what is that?
Tazabah.
Tazab.
Wayayam.
Tazab. Wayayam.
Tazabah Wayayam. Go ahead. Zeboim. Yeah, some cool names in this thing. You just gotta sound it out and start. And just so y'all know, those that are tuning in, use the app Blue Letter Bible. If you look at the Blue Letter Bible, you can download this app for free. You should be able to get that on Android and iPhone. And the Blue Letter Bible has different, of course, there's a lot of different Bible versions in there. Of course, we only use the King James Version for English, but if you use the interlinear, it uses the King James Version with the translations. And that's what you're seeing. I don't want to try to mess up the camera by putting it up close, but you can pretty much see, you'll be able to read it in English and in Hebrew as we're reading it. And see how we putting these words and letters together. You on what verse again?
Over there.
Keep going.
Wamalada.
Where you at?
And the king.
That don't sound right. Wamalada.
And the king.
Wamalak.
With my locks, like it.
That's a K. Wamalak.
Malak. Oh,
Bala'ai.
Bala'ai.
Mm-hmm. Haya.
Haya. Haya.
Taza'ir.
Taza'ai.
And the thing is,
It's
too,
like
in
what?
Salakia, where we reading in the Hebrew,
Taza.
we should take more pride in that than English. We should take more pride of this than Spanish and all these other languages that we've been forced to have. It's important to know this language and to continue to study it until we perfect it, because there's going to be generations down the line where, people in the Israelite school UPK, we're going to be speaking it fluently, because it's going to be the language that we govern the earth with.
Kala.
You understand? And so we ought to get your feet wet with it now.
Kala.
Get used to it now. You know what I mean? Struggle through it, just like how brothers that are just now learning it struggle through it. And then before you know it, it's gonna be second nature.
Yeah, just be happy you struggling it with me and not Officer Shapai.
Fix the camera because it's getting all.
Oh, would he help me at all? Like, nah, yeah. Officer Shapai help you. Officer Shapai just he's a 5,000. So he.
Oh, what?
Can you tie me up?
Oh, keep going though.
Yeah,
come. Cow.
Yeah. All right.
That knots would throw it off because you can't tighten it right.
Allah. Where you at? Allah. Oh.
Kabara.
Huh?
Kabarawa.
Wow, where did you get that from?
Kabarwa. I'm looking at the joined together one.
What verse we on?
Oh, verse 3?
Yeah, verse 3. That's where you get Officer Kabar's name right there.
Boy, no, don't be telling him that. Where?
Right there. Kabarwa.
Kabarwa.
It's part of his name.
Oh, joined together. I get it.
You get that? That's like unity. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Brother of the same mind.
Oh,
Yeah.
Kabarwa.
That's where it comes from. All right, keep going now.
Oh, Kabarwa. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I
mock.
Where's that at? There it is. I mock. And this one.
Hashadayam.
Hashadayam.
Mm-hmm. Hawa'a.
Hawa'a.
Yam. Mm-hmm.
Yum.
Hamalach.
Hamalak.
Mm-hmm. Verse 4.
Verse 4. Shata.
Mm-hmm. Shatayam.
Shatayam. Where were you?
Mm-hmm.
Shatayam. Okay. Shatayam.
Mm-hmm. Aishara.
Aishur. Awesome.
So, like, how often do you take this, right?
Okay.
And you read it?
I'll take it sometimes and like end up falling asleep to it.
I know you just like write it down. You don't go and try to read it, right?
Okay.
You should try that.
Okay.
You should try
just
to
keep on doing this.
Yeah, you should try to. Yeah, you should try to start reading. That way, you can start recognizing what it looks like and things like that, and you don't have to be searching for it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
All right, that's it.
Okay. Wait, which one were you?
Years.
Shana.
Ibadwa. Mm-hmm.
Ata.
Mm-hmm.
Cut.
Hey, get that off the camera.
Like, what are you talking about?
Press X.
Oh, it's like.
Cut. Kadara.
La'imar. Kadara la'imar.
Kadara la'idamar.
There was no da there. La'imar.
La'imar.
Mm-hmm.
Kadara la'imar. Right there?
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Wa.
Shalash.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Aisha.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's weird.
Asherah.
Asherah.
Mm-hmm.
Asherah. Asherah the one.
Shana.
Shana.
Maradawa.
Shana. It's like Maradawa. Okay. Wa.
Waba.
Waba. Or
Waba Arabai.
Waba. Or Rabai.
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
Okay.
We just said this one.
Aisha. Ra.
Mm-hmm.
Raha.
Asherah.
Asherah. Shana.
Mm-hmm.
Ba'a.
Mm-hmm. There go that word again. Use that one. Remember it. Kadara.
Kadara. Lama.
Kadara La'amar.
La'imar. Kadara La'imar. That's a big word.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Slugger, what does it mean?
It's a name.
Oh, shoot.
Now, this word has kings in it, but it's got some stuff surrounding it because we're talking about the plural version of it, and it's including it with something.
Waha.
Waha. Wahamalak.
Wahamalak.
Wahamalakium.
Wahamalakim.
Mm-hmm.
Aishar.
Mm-hmm.
So Wahamalakim, right? What is that?
Wahamalakim.
Wa means and. Ha means the. And then malak. But then it's malak yum, just like how you say akim.
Oh, so kings.
Yeah. Give the brother a hand. Give the brother a hand, man. That's what I'm talking about. All right.
And the kings. It's
the kings.
Waha.
More than one.
And the. And when that's where you always see and the right before the base word.
Yeah.
You say waha malak yum. Mm-hmm. All right, but keep going.
It's called prefixes and suffixes.
Yeah.
Suffixes.
I feel like I'm in school again. And
Yep.
That's
exactly what you are. The Israelite school of universal and practical knowledge. So you're absolutely right. All right.
But are you starting to see, sis? Are you seeing some of these words? Are they starting to jive? You know what I mean? Are you using an Android or iPhone?
Android.
Yeah, it looks way better on Android.
Give her a hand round of applause. You know what I mean?
Big up to Android because you try to read it in the iPhone and it looked like what? It looked way too formal.
Don't ask me.
Asherah. Ashar, like
Athawa
Athawa.
or Athwa, something like that. Go ahead.
Come on, say. Waya Slaki.
Wayakawa.
Wayakawa.
Mm-hmm.
Atha. Ra.
Rapa'ayam.
Rapa'ayam.
Mm-hmm.
Rapa'ayam.
Ba'ai Shatharath.
Ba'ai Shatharath.
I've never read that word before.
For real?
No, but you look at it and you sound it in your mind, then put it all together, and then you start doing that faster and faster until you're just flying through it.
So you just really read the letters, huh? What I learned first in high school?
Koranyam. It's either that or Koranayam.
Koranayam.
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
Okay.
You're right here.
Mm-hmm.
Wa'ata. Go ahead.
Hazanyam. Is that right?
Haza.
Wazayam.
Okay, now say it together.
Haza. It's like
Haza Wazayam.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But aham.
Okay.
Wa'ata.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Ha.
Mm-hmm.
Ha.
Yum yum.
Yum yum.
Mm-hmm.
Ha yum yum.
Ha yum yum.
Ha yum yum.
Mm-hmm.
Kwa.
Bashawa.
It's like you said Bashawa.
Yeah, Shaba, right there. Ba sha wa.
Oh, it's like Bashawa. Kwa.
It'll really behoove you to get to it'll really behoove you to get in those Ashwan Kodash classes.
Come on.
I just watched both of them last night. You feel me? One in Austin and then one from Killeen. I watched both of them.
I watched the one from Austin. I watched that one.
And you should watch all of them.
Come on.
Straight up.
Keep going though.
Come on.
Put that all together.
Kwa. Are you talking about the Washwa?
Yeah. Let's see if we can get this one. I'm not gonna help you with it.
Oh, you're not? Oh, damn. Kwa.
I've been doing that this chapter. It's like it's taking a while.
Kwayara.
Come on.
Kwayara.
Kwaya. Is it Kwarayath?
Kwayarath William.
Kwarayath.
Yum.
Yeah.
Kwayarathum.
Mm-hmm.
Kwayarathum.
No, you have it backwards. Kwarayath. One.
Kwaya. Kwa. Come on, I have to even say it. Kwara. Can you say it again?
Kwarayathum. It's like a Kwarayathum.
Kwarayathum.
Mm-hmm. All right. Verse 6.
You don't have to. You don't have to say it. You know what I mean? All the way like that. Quayarathum. You don't have to say it like that. You can say Quayarathum.
Quayarathum. Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Because we don't. That's how we don't talk like that. You feel me? We don't talk like saying it all the way like. You know what I mean? So you can say it's okay to sound it out and to say that way you can get all the syllables in it.
Come on.
Because we don't get all the syllables. You have to get all the syllables in it. If you was trying to say supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, you know what I mean? Like you feel me? It's just like when you was a child. You didn't say mama, you said ma, daddy. That's how you started talking. You feel me? So you're learning a whole new language again. So you can't. You know what I mean?
Come on.
I know you ain't a baby, but you're a baby in the truth. You know what I mean? So when you get to, you have to start sounding the words out. You dig what I'm saying? What you're trying to do, you're trying to read it when you need to be sounding the words out, trying to get all the syllables and all the sounds right. Like the ah, the ba, the ga, da, ha, wa, za, ka, ta, ya, ka, la, ma, ha. You know what I mean? I think I said ha already. You got to get there. We got to get there.
It's really all it is. So like you say wa tha.
Wa tha.
Wa where's the tha at? Oh, tha. Wa tha. What's it?
Oh,
wa tha. That's why Officer Dawud was correcting everybody on your name the other day. It's not Cap, it's Ka Pa Yar.
Oh, yeah, Ka Pa Yar.
You know what I mean? He was correcting everybody on how to pronounce it because everybody's trying to pronounce it like English, and it's not English; it's Hebrew.
You might as well say Ka Pa Yar because we don't want to call you Cap or Cop.
You know what I mean? So Ka Pa, you feel me? Ka Pa, you feel me? Like that's what we want to say. It's you have to learn how to pronounce the syllables. Slack, I don't mean to be taking up everybody's time. Who am I to try to teach Hebrew? Right?
Hey, come on now.
Chazza.
Hakaraya.
Oh, Hakaraya. It's like I was looking at that. I was looking at this right here. I was like, no, that's not it. Hold on. That's not it.
But it's never going to be cha. Remember, there's no cha. It's
I
was like, hold on.
No cha. I don't call him Captain Chataza.
Yeah, so I'm not Chabar.
Like,
Chabar.
Kabar. Like you feel it. You know what I mean? Like you gotta put a little bit of oomph in it.
It's like you got something in your throat.
oh, damn.
Maybe not like to that extent, but
you know what I mean. But that's how you say it though. You feel me? Because there's ka and there's ha.
Yeah, it's kind of it's subtle. It's not like a full on like you're trying to spit something out. You just
yeah.
It's like a it's a little bit more pressure on it. Go ahead.
Okay. But
Bahar
Ra'am.
Okay.
Bahar.
Mm-hmm.
Shah.
Baharam. Okay. Keep going.
Okay. Shah Tazo. Sha'ayar. What?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, Slag. That's Sha'ayar.
All right, hurry up.
Come. Sha'ayar.
I can't.
Da. Ow. Pa'aran. Aishar.
Mm-hmm.
Ow.
Mm-hmm.
Hamadabar.
Verse 7.
Here's the last one. This. Wayashadwa.
Mm-hmm.
Waya Abawa.
Mm-hmm.
Al.
Mm-hmm.
An. I.
Keep going.
Okay. Mashapat. Hey. Quadash.
Mm-hmm. Wayakawa.
Mm-hmm. Itha. Cow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cow.
Shada. Ha'ima lakwaya. Mm-hmm.
Wagam.
Mm-hmm.
Itha.
Ha'amaraya.
Ha'amaraya.
Ha'amaria. There you go.
Ha'amaria.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Hayashab.
Mm-hmm. Baka Taza. Bakataza Tazawa. What's like it? Baka Taza Tazan. Tazawa.
Tazawan.
All that for the word in? That's crazy. All right, go ahead. Thamar. That's in the verse 7.
Let's go to the English.
Okay. Chapter 14, verse 1. And it came to pass in the days of Amraphel, king of Shinar, Ariach, king of Elasar, Chedorah,
You just said it in Hebrew.
Chedolamar.
There you go.
Chedolamar, king of Elam, the title king of nations.
And Tadal.
And Tidal, it's like and Tidal, king of nations.
Right.
Those are the kings.
Go ahead. Keep reading.
Come on, verse 2. That these made war with Berah, king of Sodom.
Right. So now these kings right here, right? They made war with Berah, the king of Sodom. Right. Go ahead.
Come on, and with Bershah, king of Gomorrah.
Right. King of Gomorrah. Go ahead.
Gomorrah, it's like Shinab, king of Admah.
Right. So now Shinab, the king of Admah. Remember, I told you Sodom and Gomorrah was 5 cities. Right. So now it's giving you those. It gives you the king of Sodom and Gomorrah, and then now it's going to give you the other 3 cities. Go ahead.
Come on, and Shamabar, king of Zeboim. It's like Zeboim.
Right.
And the king of Bala, which is Zoar.
All right. So now I give you kings of the. Give you 5 kings, made war with 5 kings of the Sodom and Gomorrah. Right. So now it's giving you. It's not leaving out nothing. It's giving you real history and real what do you call it? Real. It's giving you real lineage of really what happened and real. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Come on, verse 3. All these were joined together in the vow of Siddim, which is the sea salt.
Okay, go ahead.
Verse 4. 12 years they served Chedorlaomer. Chedorlaomer.
I'm gonna let you make it, bro. Go ahead.
But that's not it?
No.
Oh, it's like I can't do that. And in the 13th year, they rebelled.
Right, go ahead.
Come on, verse 5. And in the 14th year, came Chedorlaomer.
Chedorlaomer. Here we go.
Come on. And the kings that were with him and smote of Rephims in Ashtoreth, Karnaim, and the Zazim in Ham,
right,
and the it's like Emim in Shavah, in Kiriathaim. Verse 6.
Sorry,
Kirathim.
Thame.
It's like, and the Horites in their Mount Seir unto El-Param, which is by the wilderness. Like,
right.
Verse 7. And they returned.
So,
I was like,
okay. So let me get. So right now, what they're talking about all those kings and those different cities that were in the Middle East. You know what I mean? So now they're talking about how they were going to war with each other. That's why it's called the Salt Sea. You feel me? So they were all going to war with each other. You feel me? So they had the 5 kings of Sodom and Gomorrah, and then they had the rest of the kings. You know what I mean? And the rest of the kings were under Chedorlaomer. Is that it? Is that how you say it?
Cheddarland.
Yeah, Cheddarland. Okay, Cheddarland. Real talk. All right, no sweat. Cheddarland. You feel me? So then they were going to war with each other. So the kings of Sodom and Gomorrah, they lost. You know what I mean? They lost. So then they were under the rule of Cheddarland. You know what I mean? And those kings that was in the first. What's the name?
Yeah.
That was in the first verse. So then 12 years they labored under him for 12 years. Then they rebelled against him.
Oh.
That's what we're talking about. And Cheddar, and now they're giving because that's why it says the Chedorlaomer and the kings that were with him and smote the Rephaims, the Ashtaroth, Karnaim, and the Zuims in Ham. You know what I mean? Because remember they were Hamites.
They're all Hamites.
You remember? You remember they were all Hamites in Sodom and Gomorrah.
I don't think I've actually been. Oh, I only went over the story of Sodom and Gomorrah like once. I'm gonna have to go over it.
No. Remember Nimrod?
Come concert.
Nimrod found Sodom and Gomorrah and those 5 cities. And Nimrod was a son of Canaan.
Yeah.
You don't remember that back in like chapter 8?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Are you grasping of what we're reading?
So Nimrod went and found Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah.
And like took over Sodom and Gomorrah?
No, he founded Sodom and Gomorrah after Tower of Babel.
Right.
Those were his cities that he founded.
Mm-hmm.
And he was a Hamite.
So all those people were after him. So he's like,
after who?
After like that's his like lineage. Like,
yeah, basically.
Oh, kind of.
Nimrod, no.
So he
Nimrod him. That's why they said Ham. Go ahead.
Okay, come on. Okay. Verse 7. And they returned and came to in Mishpat, which is Kadesh, like, and smote all the country of the Amalekites, and also
the
Amorites
that dwelt in
Hazezon Tamar.
Right.
And that's 7.
Right. We didn't do you read verse 8? We didn't read verse 8. Well, mark it. Because verse 8 that's where that's how Sodom and Gomorrah came back into power. Because they went and slain all everybody else that was there.
Right.
You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Nimrod's descendants, he was a mighty hunter before the Lord, remember?
Right.
And his descendants came back and when they rebelled, the kings of Cheddarland,
mm-hmm.
you know, those kings came back and they basically they lost that kingdom because the Sodom and Gomorrah and all those Hamites came through and
so the people who rebelled all died.
No, the people that rebelled came back and won the land back.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, so that it switched. Okay, got it.
Yeah, you ain't never read the next verses. The next verses explain all that.
Oh, cool.
About how Sodom and Gomorrah came back into power.
Oh, cool.
All right. And with that, we can imagine. Load up. I ain't that note.
It's harder to keep it loud though. It's harder to do that with one.
That's good. Oh, no. There's something wrong with that one.
This because it's
Pulling up a whole glass.
It's Cabernet.
Oh, so it's not the same.
Yeah, it's not sangria.
Oh, we got that one over here though.
I know, because you got you got the Cabernet, not the sangria.
Oh, Laya Shala.
Shala.
Sound crazy.
Yeah, it don't taste as sweet, right? Because it's Cabernet. Help me with what's the name?
Come on, sir.
You're not all about that sweet stuff.
Yeah, it's Cabernet. It's bitter. It's a bitter herb.
All right. Again, Sar, Wapanya Hakwadam, which means turn and face the east. We're gonna finish off with the Lord's Prayer. Abanawa, Shabashamayim, Kodash, Haya, Shemka, Yahweh, Malak with Ka, Thaba'ah, Ratazayaka, Haya, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Haya, Bashamayim, Lacham,
Kam.
Kal.
Kal.
Yawam.
Yawam.
Wasalakhnao.
Wasalaknao.
Khababwathnao.
Kabawathnao.
Kasalakhnao.
Kasalaknao.
Khababwathnao.
Kabawathino.
Wala'a.
Wala.
Tabia'anao.
Tabi'aino.
Banasaya 1.
Banasaya 1.
Abal.
Abal.
Hawashainao.
Haishaino.
Mayan.
Mayan.
Rai.
Rai.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Laka.
Laka.
Hamalakwa.
Amalakwa.
Waha'ala.
Walala.
Wathapara.
Watapara.
La'ai Walamyam.
Laulamim.
Aman.
Aman. Now, the Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father,
Our Father,
which art in heaven,
which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done
in earth.
in earth
as it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
Give us this day.
Give us this day
our daily bread.
our daily bread.
Forgive us our debts.
And forgive us our debts.
As we forgive our debtors.
As we forgive our debtors.
Lead us not.
And lead us not
into temptation.
into temptation.
But deliver us.
From
evil.
From evil.
For thine is the kingdom.
For thine is the kingdom.
And the power.
And the power.
And the glory.
And the glory.
Forever.
Forever.
So be it.
So be it.
Are you gonna blow the shofar? Yeah. Come on up. Come. Turn it. You see? Come on. That's it right there. Y'all about Shim Y'all Shabraka Yo. Y'all about Shim Y'all Shabraka Yo.
How about Shim Yahshua Brak? Yeah.
I said, Yam. Right there. I said, Braki Yam, like, it's multiple me's.
Oh, you doing your garment?
Blow the horn again.
Yep. I'm gonna give one courtesy to the brothers. Can you sit down, sis? Men of Israel, Amadu Shabbat, Imajim, Barak,
Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Brakatah.
Yad Matah. You can stand up, sis. We're gonna start. We're gonna turn the face of sisters for one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Amadu Shabbat, Imajim, Barak,
Yahweh Shemar Al-Atab Hashem Yahshua.
Shalom Yahweh Shemar Al-Atab Hashem Yahshua.
All right. Yad Matah. Class dismissed. You late, bro?
Hold on, so like that, hold on.